Good afternoon. What a delight to be with you today on the program 60 Minutes Nigeria. I must tell you that this is a program that creates a platform for interaction on national issues. My name is Edo Governorship. I have with me very distinguished personalities who are also leaders of persons, leaders in their own rights, very, very renowned analysts. I have Bishop Lucky Omona BSA. Nice to have you with us today.
Sir.
We also have with us Dr. Royal Ayemere. He's also an educationist, apart from being a clergyman. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, viewers.
So, it's a delight to be with you. I must tell you that today's topic, we are looking at the aftermath of the Edo Governorship Petition Tribunal. Don't forget that the judgment was delivered on Wednesday evening, and the judgment affirmed Senator Monday Okpebholo as the duly elected governor of Edo State. That triggered celebration in Abuja, and it triggered celebration in various quarters. A number of activities have been lined up to celebrate that. But the challenger, Dr. Aswe Ighodalo, the PDP, have rejected the results. They said, though they believe in the sanctity of the courts, they know that the court is the last resort, but the judgment delivered on Wednesday, they are not satisfied, and they have asked their legal team to appeal the judgment. In other words, they will go to the appeal court. Don't forget, I need to give you this background. What transpired on Wednesday in Abuja is just the first leg of the legal tussle between APC, Governor Okpebholo, and the PDP, and of course the candidate of the PDP, the governorship candidate of the PDP in that election, Dr. Aswe Ighodalo. The appeal court will also deliver its judgment. That is not the end as well. They can also go to the Supreme Court if they wish. Even the tribunal, which is the lower court now, if they have not come out to say they will appeal, it could have ended. But it depends on the litigants, depends on the decision of whoever is aggrieved. Well, I won't do all the talking, but that's just the premise on our discussion, because we need to look at what happens, governance after the election, because so many persons have been perturbed that the issue of the legal tussle seems to have been a distraction to Governor Okpebholo. And of course, Dr. Aswe Ighodalo, because nobody is sure of who will win the court case. But that has been done, and that is the tribunal level. So what should the governor be focusing on for now? Though the case will surely be appealed. I will start with Bishop Lucky Omona BSA. I know that you have been following this case.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now the tribunal has delivered its judgment. What's your reaction, and what do you think Governor Okpebholo should be thinking about now?
Well, good afternoon, viewer. Thank you so much for bringing me a girl. The truth that the tribunal delivered their judgment.
Yes.
The governor himself, who they declare winner by the court and the INEC, should go back and face Edo State on its security.
Okay.
Edo is facing too much problem. Killings every day. He should look at his own place. The Ishalan, Uromi, Ubiaja, Ohimi, Okwesa. Look at the way people are killing. Look at last week, massive killing, 16 people burnt to ashes in Uromi town. Then the governor should go back and face that insecurity. Face all this trouble that is affecting the Edo people. Because now the hunger in Edo State is worst. Because of people that went to farm, planted the farming season, someone run out of the farm, come back to the town and sit down. Fear to go to the bush is a problem. Now the project is started, the road project should continue, should finish them, focus on giving us, fulfilling these promises of electoral campaign to us, and So then, for us, I will advise him, if I want to be his shoe, I will relax, strategize for the next 4 years, than wasting my resources to pursue a case that the power broker, the power that be, have put their fingers. God bless you.
Well, Mr. Logi he has given us his opening remarks. He has said that, yes, the tribunal has delivered his judgment, so the governor should not just think about tribunal for that. She should just start governance, fixing the state of insecurity that has bedeviled those states. We'll talk more about that, but let's get the opening remarks of Dr. Roya. But don't forget that Governor Pevolo visited the governor of Kano State because those persons killed in Uromi, traveling from Delta to the north. The vigilantes and those accused of killing them thought they were kidnappers. But it has been discovered that some of them, that they are hunters and they are from Kano. So the governor has visited his counterpart in Kano State to appease the government and people of Kano State. We'll talk about that. But let's just get the opening remarks of Dr. Roya Ayemere.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
You see, yesterday, well, we were all anticipating.
Okay.
And for me, I would have been surprised if the tribunal had given victory to Ighodalo, because we're in this country. We know what is happening and we know what is obtainable. And for me, election results is not as important as election process. The reason why our politicians go to court to still spend resources after campaigning, because now the way it is now is that as you are campaigning, have reserve to go to court after the elections, is because they do not trust the process. We see elections in America, we see elections in India, we see elections in UK and the rest. After the election, the loser congratulates the winner and go back to their drawing board to go and re-strategize. Where did we miss it? Where did we not get it right? What should we have done better? They just concluded the election in America, the greatest democracy in the world. You can see that the presidential candidate of the other party congratulated Donald Trump. Everybody went home to go and relax. But in this part of the world, because the process itself is flawed, the process has a lot of irregularities. So because of this, losers are not comfortable. They want to see how the courts can straighten things. But unfortunately, we are seeing what we are seeing. So I was telling Paul initially, I said, let's see what will happen because of the evidences we are bringing out at the tribunal. But it got to a point, I just said, no. We remember the Nigeria factor. We are in Nigeria. We are Nigerians. We know what is happening and the rest of that. So I don't see anything coming out. For me, it's not that I do not have hope in the judiciary, but we have seen of recent times that the judiciary just put signature on what the executive they are doing. So
no, we don't have evidence to validate that.
You can see you can see Rivers case as a case study. So you can see what is going on. That these are people appointed.
But Amechi was a product of the court that eventually became governor of Rivers State. He won the case in the court. Oshomole won the case in the court to become governor of Edo State during the time of Professor. Right. Yes.
I don't want to. I'm not a politician.
Okay.
I'm not a politician, but
Professor Osubo, yes, Professor Osubo lost.
But at least,
yes,
I was born in this state.
Okay.
I've lived all my life here.
Yes.
And I'm still living here. I'm not intending to run away. so
you don't want to jack back
from what you have said that you want to take me down to history. But we know some of the things that play out at the backyard, at the background, towards Oshomole and Osumbo. That the court in itself, there are powers that be, like Bishop said, whose fingers are on certain matters. That the people who are to talk, it's just like, okay, this is what you do, this is what you do, and that's what we see. We hear Jacob's voice, we see Esau's hand. That's what is happening. So I wasn't surprised.
But like I said, we don't have evidence to validate that.
I wasn't surprised of what happened. So it is not. It has become a norm. But the truth is that such an action have a lot of consequences in the land, because I voted. I've been a voter and I will continue to be a voter. I voted and I called some of my persons at various local government units, and we held the election, but we are not here to dispute all that now. But you see, this situation has a way of weakening people who wants to go and vote. Just feel like our vote will not count, our vote have no meaning, because people that will decide who will win are those who are not even in Edo State. It's so pathetic, it's so unpatriotic, it is so undemocratic, but I don't know, God will help us. For me, I will advise, like Bishop has said, I will advise the PDP candidate to just keep his money, because yes, I know how pain he may be feeling. Oh, this mandate, my mandate has been stolen or has been taken. At the same time, lawyers will still give him encouragement that, you know, we still have a case to pursue and the rest of that. But for me, I will advise him, he should just keep that money. The money he can still use to fix one or two things in Edo State, instead of giving it to some lawyers who just put their personal pocket. Let him do one or two community service with it, and go and strategize. Before we close our eyes and open it, 4 years already here. Let him strategize and do what is next.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Roya. But I must tell you that lawyers who are watching this program now will not be happy with you, because you don't want Dr. Aswe to patronize them and put money in their pocket. You know, they always believe that when you are aggrieved, you should seek redress in the courts. And Dr. Roya has made his own personal opinion, but the lawyers will not agree. They believe that anything can happen, that the judgment of the lower court can be upturned by the appeal court, and until you get to the Supreme Court, where Supreme Court is the final arbiter. You know, we also what happened in Rivers with all the political imbroglio, all the political problems in Rivers, when the Supreme Court delivered its judgment regarding the election of the local government, regarding in short, governance in Rivers still started taking shape until the position or until the declaration of the state of emergency. That's the power of the court. But so many persons have their opinions, but I must tell you, the court is still where we all can run to for succor. But well, Bishop Lucky, you just went straight and said, to you, there's no need to belabor what has already, the judgment that has been delivered, that the government should start focusing on governance. And you singled out insecurity and food crisis. Let's go back to that insecurity. Now, why do people resort to jungle justice? Then what's your reaction to Governor Okpebholo visiting Kanu to appease the governor? Do you think it's the right step in the right direction?
You see, when a father fails in preparation, he will become a beggar. He will lose his throne and become a beggar. Now, the government of this country, federal, state, local government, they have failed us as human beings, as Nigerians. We are now resort to our self-defense, thinking how do we survive and save our loved ones. Now the issue of Uromi have been crying for people killing, raping, kidnapping here and there. But the people, the governor, everybody just keep there, including their royal fathers. Now, those people now came to the conclusion, okay, they have come to the level that if you pursue a goat to the wall, he revives. Let us defend ourselves, and they put us to their word, and which I will never support your justice, and they burn 16 people. Our governor went to Kano to go and appeal with the people. They try to make peace, so that there will not be tribal war and there. But you all know, if you study the Hausa Fulani very well, they don't forgive. They may pretend they relax, they will calculate your hit. The governor had to make sure every border that connected those states should be well tight. Serious checking. If you are coming, they will check your vehicle. What do I do with this gun? Who are you? I'm a hunter. Okay, fine. For you to hunt in my forest, you have to take permission from forest guide. You are a landlord. I want to rent your house. You need to agree with me to rent, say your house. There will be rules and what regulation that will guide them to walk to hunt in a state. But the other is just coming from nowhere, enter the state, like Banana Republic, just with dog, with different bullets, with different arms, and everybody's talking to you. And that is not called for. Meaning our governor will need to take a new decision. The police, the army cannot do the job. We should bring back our Edo State Security Network. Vigilante, bring them back. I said before, bring them back, train them, give them weapons, show them their duty. The things will be war. They call this Arewa people in Edo State, do me stakeholder meeting with them. They let them know, okay, get a roster. Every Arewa person, every daughter now, they are not be written that roster. Anyone that is not there is a kidnapper or is an intruder, is anything. That is how we can get this right. They call it to food. The government should give us enablement to do our farm. Before the beginning of bringing rice, tomatoes, or this canoe, whatever they are bringing, we have our own tomatoes. We have Edo corn. We have Edo yam. We have Edo kasa. We have Uselu corn. Uselu corn was existing before all these people. Though then our own have disappeared because we ourselves, we the Satana, we decided to fold our hand and allow people to be working for us. We now create ourselves to be considered of Jakpa. When we Jakpa, the foreigner take over. We come back, they now become landlord. I said, I will locate my family next year. I will be in this country. I will not Jakpa. I will not leave my house for one occupy. Because one of close to me now, he left and running away with his family. That house now is now a booking house.
They rented it.
Now, you don't even know where they come from. One will come from 30, 40 will come. That era need to be eradicated by all means. Yes. Going to court, I like to say court after election is a decision to the city government. The reason why people say court is this: the lawyer, many of our lawyers are not employed by government. They are self-employed. They have their own chamber. They need to survive. The last 3 years, I have a case of a land with a certain community. The lawyer said to me, "Don't worry, we'll win the case." I myself sit down and study the case. I sat down and studied the case for myself. But I know I have PhD in theology. I sat down and looked at it. I said, "This case, how can I fight those I want to live with?" I will live with them tomorrow. Now I'm fighting them. No. I said, "No, see that case in court. I'm not going to trust." He said, No. I said, I'm the one paying you. I'm not going to trust you by force. He was trying to push me, to persuade me to pursue the case.
We go to court for free.
There, I calculate every day we go to court.
Every appearance.
13,000. I said, no. I moved straight to meet the committee chairman. Don't worry. I said, I have agreed for that person to build this house. Give me all that land.
Simple.
They now give me a better place. From 100 by 100 to 100 by 150. That's the compensate me with 50 by 100 for time, dinner, and the rest. And after I say, you stay. Now I'll build and living there now. Just imagine if I drag them up and down, which I finally won the case. No matter how I have won the case by legal setting and the court transaction, but the people in that community will never love me. I am an enemy for life.
That's right.
No matter anytime I pass, I say, look at this man. He carry out good court. In my children, look at this man. My children. I have created a very bad relation for myself. Yes. That is what I'm trying to advise Dr. Aso Egodalo. He should carry his money and go to him where he come from. Put bank there. There are no bank in that place. No bank in this community.
You put light.
Put light, not his community.
Straight
all
out.
The road that are bad tied there. This is a billionaire.
You need to do.
They do everything. By the time he finish everything, 4 years he come back. His home will back him up. What's
the meaning of that?
It means that when your home does not sell you out, Asarab cannot do anything. He need to protect his home. Now his home are not happy, whether I like it or not. Some person will look at it, this is a billionaire, our son. And this community have no bank, have no road, notice working here. Then this kind of a son is this. When he come to campaign, few people will run after him, youth who need money to survive. But the elderly men will sit down and watch him. This one, No. And those elderly men are the real power broker, the kinsmen, they are the owner of the home, and the one that the tower happen. And later, because I say life is spiritual. It's spiritual. If you are a man of God, you're a spiritual pastor. Life, in the name of the Spirit, you are faith. You fail here.
Seriously.
Now, in our traditional way, before we become a Christian, we're also a traditional person. Then life is spiritual. Our father, the ancestral power, they are controlled by the Ojo and whatever the Niger and the Huda. Now, those ones are the ones that when they determine your life, your man over there, the name of the Spirit, here you will fail. Now, I'm advising also Edo Governorship for its own good. I say I respect and I love you so much, but at this junction, develop your home. You that they declare winner, give us a conducive environment to live, so that we can all succeed. Nigeria is the most best place you can live. I travel so many African countries. A lot of people say Nigeria is the best place. Nigeria, your backyard can't germinate. Your backyard can't germinate. If you eat mango fruit and throw it off, we germinate.
It's true. It's
the best country we live. But we, the leader, this corruption does not start only for the political setting. Even to our house, father and children. That is where the problem is. The Edo State governor, they have done well for making peace the house and the Arewa people, but they have to tighten security. Because I a few times stay with the northern people in the north, I understand very well that they do not forget and don't forgive. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, before Dr. Roya will make his comments, I think what Bishop Lucky Omonabese has just emphasized is that because we don't have any representative of Dr. Asra Ighodalo here, but it's his own personal opinion, personal advice, because he's also from Ishan land, making his opinion that you need to galvanize support, and that within 4 years, before you know it, 4 years is over. But it's his advice, but I know that Dr. Asra has said he intends to go to the Court of Appeal to seek redress. Dr. Roya, now we've seen the judgment. So I don't think Dr. Okpebholo has any excuse, at least for now. He needs to focus on governance. So what area do you think you should be looking at?
Thank you. Let me just say a few things.
Okay.
With some of the things Bishop said.
Okay.
It's well fortunate that in this country we have, sorry to say, we have special citizens and we have citizens. Because from what happened in Uromi, the governor going to Kano, I commend him. That's a great move.
Okay.
So that there should be peace in the land. Because there must first be a country before we can practice whether politics or whatever we're practicing. But at the same time, we have had series of killings of Southerners in the north. To the best of my knowledge, I have not seen any governor from the north coming over to the southern state to meet with the governor to say we are sorry for what has happened. We have seen cases where a Khan chairman taken Adamawa State was beheaded. They removed his head. Somebody was killed in Sokoto, a Christian, and the likes of that. We've never seen any comment from leaders in that region. Though they may come out and say we condemn them, but you don't see them visiting state governors to appease them to say we are sorry. So that's the country we find ourselves, where some people feel they own the land. If somebody is a hunter, is he licensed to carry gun and move around? They say they are hunters. They carry arms and the like of that. They are moving. See, we must tell ourselves the truth. One of the reasons why we are not moving forward in this country is because when we see the truth, we turn a blind eye to it. Everybody is afraid to speak. Because if I speak now, who knows what happens next? It's the reason why we are where we are. For people to come at her and begin to check vehicles, it shows that they have been so pained. They have been living in pain, bitterness. They have cried. Nobody have listened to them. Everybody is turning a deaf ear because now it has happened to Northerners. No, for me, jungle justice is condemnable. It's not something that any reasonable or sensible person should encourage. But at the same time, these people have been crying. How many people have been raped? How many people have been killed? How many people can access their farm who have been talking. Are they not hearing? These people come from the north, they enter their trailer and just move with the cows. Before you know, they filtrate everywhere. Nobody know who they are. Nobody know where they are coming from. And they constitute nuisance in the community and the rest of that. See, we are sitting on a gunpowder. We don't know what, we don't, see, in the next few years, from now, God forbid anything happens. These people are armed. They have all the weapons. We are just here, moving around.
Thank you very much, Dr. Roya. But I must quickly interject that we got a report from Arewa leaders in Lagos State. It was a report that was filed in by a correspondent in Lagos, Agboje, and the Arewa leader actually called on government to impound any truck conveying passengers from the north. That those trucks, that's trailer, they are not meant for conveying conveying passengers. That the trucks are for conveying goods, and that people hanging on. Though he was talking along the line of avoiding road accidents and all of that, but that means that culture of conveying passengers with trucks should be stopped. That's what the Arewa leaders in Lagos said. That statement was made a few days ago. So we need to straighten that. And I'm very happy that my guests have condemned jungle justice, but they have also emphasized the fact that governments, Edo State government, must rejig the Edo State Security Network. They must ensure that those who are recruited are profiled, are known, and trained to ensure that that kind of jungle justice that happened in Uromi does not happen again. It's condemnable. They've condemned it. My guests have condemned it. And they've also commended Governor Mondo Pewolo for visiting the Kano State governor. For the fact that some governors in the north have not done it does not mean we have to follow suit. That's what they have said, that Governor Okpewolo is commended for visiting the Kano State governor to appease the people of Kano and the government of Kano. This is to avoid reprisal attacks. And we got a report from Uromi yesterday that business activities have bounced back. But government must ensure that there's adequate security in Uromi in case there are persons planning any unknown attack. It is very important that the lives of the residents of Uromi are protected. We have elaborated on the aftermath of the Edo State Governorship election, Petition Tribunal. The judgment has affirmed Senator Mondo Pewolo as the duly elected governor of Edo State. What is the aftermath? Dr. Asue Igodalo has issued a statement, the PDP has issued a statement that they will seek redress at the appeal court. But my guests have said, Dr. Pewolo, you have the opportunity now to ensure governance that will bring dividends of democracy to the people. There's insecurity in Edo State, very disturbing scenario, which actually reaches crescendo with that killings in Uromi. Uromi is now in the news almost every day.
Global news.
Because of the barbaric killings.
It
was barbaric.
It's condemnable.
Jungle justice is not allowed, no matter how grieved you are.
That's right.
You shouldn't take the laws into your hands. Do your part. In the local palace, gentlemen, they'll say, do your part, leave the rest to God.
Yeah.
So if you have apprehended people with weapons, hand them over to the police. Yeah. You have done your part. Leave the rest to the police. Okay, Bishop Lucky Omonabiesi, you really talked about very important issues. This insecurity, food problem, how can we really tackle it?
Thank you, sir. I say,
Okay.
every problem has solution. Every problem has solution. The solution is that we just have to sit down by ourselves. Everybody should forget about leaving your father's land. Let us go back to the drawing board. If there's no food in the farm, you can't buy. You are not a farmer. People are there doing the farming so that you that do journalism can buy.
Yeah.
Now, when you buy, they have money to go and buy what they don't also have.
Yes.
That's, life is trade by, I told you, life is trade by barter. Now, the people that are supplying this food, and they have run away. Now, you have nothing to buy. The little one that can manage, maneuver their way to the farm, come back, because it is now a little commodity, a little quantity, then they increase it. Then it became more expensive for you to buy.
That demand is more than supply.
Yeah. Now, if you have, they are paying you, for example, 1 million naira, based on the supply shortage, your 1 million is useless. Then the governor should, remove our boys from street. We have so many able boys in this Edo state who are doing nothing. They have no job, they didn't even go to school. Forget about education, remove them, all of them from street, train them. Train them, bring them to their village, their community, where they can guide the farmers and make sure that they draw away the bandit, the Fulani herdsmen.
What you are talking about now is just like agro rangers.
Yes.
Where people are trained on how to protect the farms.
Yes.
Because that's an aspect that the government really need to look into. Because if the farm, we understand sometimes some farmers, a woman can just go to a farm as early as 5 a.m.
Yes.
In those days, alone,
Yeah.
no fear.
No.
She will go there and come back. But that is not advisable.
No.
But if you have these vigilantes or agro rangers trained to protect farmers, whenever farmers are going to farm, they too are also surrounding all the farms.
Yes.
I think that's the point.
Yes. Now, when they trade there, put them on salary.
Okay.
Then let them be paid by the federal government, local government. They will guide their bush. Not a foreigner. Train people in Ovia, guide Ovia northeast, Ovia, guide Ovia southeast. Each and guide each and side. They know the terrain more than any other person. Now, then you train another security network that will be guiding borders. Give the uniform the one you have. Then you now, with this system, in the next 6 months, food will be surplus in Edo. Then the high cost of living will be reduced. But without that, this food scarcity will keep on increasing every day. And without this security, I'm talking about 2 types now. 1, train those state network. 2, train the village vigilante. So that those village vigilantes will man the bushes. While this one you train will man the borders.
That's between communities.
Yes.
Between states.
Yes.
The border area
will be mapped. Then why the police, anyone you caught,
hand them over.
Then before you know, there will be peace and there will be food supply. Everybody will be happy in this state. But if these 2 areas is not tackled, no matter how the governor tried to make sure we are getting it, we will never get it right.
Yeah, Dr. Roya, what do you think Okpelo should be doing now? Because we've heard the judgment yesterday, on Wednesday. Now is the governor, though the case has gone to appeal.
The governor.
But, okay, so what should the governor be doing now? The people are expecting the dividends of democracy. We used to have a guest that used to come here, Dr. Elvis Agbolama. He would say, what's Agbolama? Your take home cannot take you home.
Yeah.
You know, you always say it. You know, because salaries are not even enough now. Those who earn salaries,
It's not enough.
we are complaining.
Yes.
Because salary is not even enough. But we are grateful to those who pay us. We are grateful to them. But we pray that there should be improvement so that what you are paid, we have power.
We have, yes.
Yes, because I'll bring a little economics now, which Bishop has just explained in a way that the grassroots people can understand. If supply is more than demand, price will crash.
Yeah.
Simple economics. It's called elementary economics. But if demand is more than supply,
your money has no value.
The price will go. So that's the inflationary trend we have it now. People cannot buy chicken now. Before we used to talk about time for celebration. I pray that people will be able to buy chicken this Easter. Many persons are not able to afford chicken again.
45.
Because of the price. Money that you used to use to buy goats.
Yes.
You are not using for chicken. So what do you think we should be doing?
Yes. Congratulations to him on the tribunal victory. Although I know that he will be there, whether the case go to Supreme Court.
You are optimistic.
He will be there. From what I have seen, even before he became governor, I can say, let me use pidgin. Somebody went does suffer before. He knows what people are going through.
Okay.
And he understands the pains and the yearnings from the people of Edo State. I drive to Ramat Park and I see what is going on there. I commend him for that. And I see some work that he's doing. He campaigned. His promises were loud and clear that these are the things I would do. And I think for this few time, though I'm not a politician, these few months that he has been there, we see a governor who does not just sit in the office and he expects people to, he goes to inspect projects. We saw that the last time, that's with Oshomole. I think when a contractor is given a contract, awarded a contract, and he knows that the governor will come by himself to inspect the contract, apart from doing the work, he will do quality job. Because what we find, we saw in the last just concluded administration, was that we saw contract being awarded. As the roads are being done, they have been washed away. Some of them have been washed away. So you imagine as they are doing the road, the thing is, but if the contractor, since the contractor is aware, he doesn't even know the day the governor is coming to inspect, he's not just going to work, he will work well, he will use standard, he will use quality materials for the job so that the roads can be durable. We have seen the flag off of some roads now that they are doing. Okwewolo told us the things that he's going to do, that he's going to tackle insecurity, he's going to tackle food shortages, education, and the rest of that. I think he should focus on delivering, because before you close your eye, open it, we're already in 4 years. And what will make him come back is not because he's a sitting governor, it's because he will deliver well. If he doesn't deliver well, we have seen sitting governors losing elections for second term. It happened in Oyo State, it happened in some states in Nigeria. So, this power of incumbency, it doesn't work, because where we are, the way Nigeria is now, people are wisening up every day. So he should face governance and let him start with security. Now let me quickly say a few things from what Bishop said. People no longer want to go into farming. Why? Because sometimes some crops, it takes time. But you see, it takes time for you to get harvest. I made a small farm. I said, let me make small farm this year. Let me see. I'm spending money. Why? Before you finish weeding the grass, it's growing again. You are spending it. So the way it is now, I'll tell you why. People do not have that patience to go into farming. Everybody wants to go into politics, because you become a commissioner today. In 1 month, you have made it. Because monies are allocated to your ministry, you have made it. So if our politicians, the government, will have a way of making political offices no longer attractive financially, it will encourage people to go back to farming. Everybody wants to make the money quick, and they want to make it sharp, they want to make it fast. Oh, let me enter politics, no matter what it is, any office they give me, I can buy. Even if they say it's 2 million for 1 bag of rice, I can buy. So once the office is no longer attractive financially, I think it will, because Nigeria survived. Nigeria as a country survived without oil, with farming. We were one of the richest, among the 20 richest nations in the world, with cocoa, granite, palm oil, and the rest of that.
Then we're having granite pyramid.
Yes. So this oil that came, that was supposed to be an additional blessing. I don't know if it's a curse. Because everybody now is focusing on the oil money. What happened to these things we were doing before? Because if we were doing this, adding it to the oil, Nigeria will be a superpower. Our naira will not be as weak as it. In fact, the naira is not even weak; it's in coma. It's in coma.
And that is what is encouraging the Japa syndrome.
Exactly.
Because you travel out of this. What I was told now that in the UK, if Nigerians travel out, and that some Nigerians are unable to even afford to pay house rent. So, but if they have the luck, there's what they call council house. That if you get council house, you don't pay house rent. But just that you are many in one apartment, you don't have freedom. But all of you just have a place to sleep, just to manage. In the morning, you go out again to hustle. That once they're able to get that council house and they go out to work, whatever they get, they send down here because huge amount. Yeah. That's what is encouraging this Japa syndrome.
The naira is a comma. It will take only God and a good economist and a political will to revive it. So that is it. For me, the way I see him, he's a man. I see him as somebody who will deliver. We are seeing, and I think, another Bruce Ali in him. He will deliver.
Okay, thank you, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Now, you have mentioned a lot of things, but you just said something now, and I want you to comment on it because you have told us on this program that you are a farmer as well.
Yes.
Yes. How do you really encourage farming? Because in developed countries, farmers are the billionaires. Yes, they are the multi-millionaires.
Government supports them.
So how do we really encourage farming?
Thank you, sir.
Because he has mentioned something that farm takes time because some crops 1 year.
Yes, sir.
So you need to be patient. Some people don't have that patience.
Now, if you are a real farmer, we have different kinds of seed to plant.
Okay.
We have some stem of cassava that got mature and due for harvest by 6 months.
Okay. Okay.
We have some that are due for harvest by 3 months.
Okay.
There are some of 1 year.
Okay.
We have corn of 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, like that.
Okay.
Now, you must understand that if you are going to farm it, which farm are you going to farm it on?
Okay.
Is it for feeding or for cash?
Okay.
If it's for feeding, you look for a seed that will produce 3 months and 6 months.
Okay.
If it's for cash, you wait for 1 year.
Okay.
I have a very big plantation for palm front. Plant about 1,000 seed of plant. And Canada, they are all growing.
Okay.
I have a plantation for cassava. I have that of corn. I planted about 2 acres of corn now.
Okay.
Which is by 3 months time we harvesting corn. I'll bring some for you.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Now I part-time my ministry in 2 forms. I have the educated people. Those one I teach them how to be faithful in their job.
Okay.
I have the farmer. Those good guys, I pick them from the street. I found that they are just wasting away. Oga, enter farm. Now today they are useful.
Through farming.
Yes. I have some that every year, whatever we say, I will sit you down. What do you want to do with your life? Now we have gotten this money for this farm. What do you want to do with your life? AYZ, fine. AYZ, fine. AYZ, fine. Then this year I set up a committee to take care of people that want to learn vocational skill.
Okay.
You cannot be useless. God no create anybody to be useless. Even when your father fail, you must not fail. Now today I'm able to register about 31 person who gets on board. They are just going to training.
Vocational training.
Yeah. When they come back, whatever you train for, we buy you. 1 machine, start. 1 dryer, start. Just start from there, you face your life. Then I'm also having a class every 2 months. We bring resource people who will teach them how to manage finance. Okay. How to plan their future.
So if you are doing this as an individual, so you are now saying government can encourage
they can do
vocational training and all of that, because some persons also believe that the time will come you may not have mechanics again.
No.
You may not have artisans. You may not have electricians.
It's
because the young guys,
they are living.
They are living Japa syndrome. No, but if you go to workshop, you may not see boys. But before you used to see boys.
Most of them.
But there's someone that told me, just like you have said now, there's a particular mechanic workshop. The man said he will just go round Benin City. Sometimes you see boys under this, just like you saw boys under the bridge.
Yeah.
He encourages them, he feeds them, he buy clothing material and all of that for them, and say, come and learn mechanic. Don't sign an agreement. He showed me some. He said some are already doing it now. They are mechanics. So government has a lot to do to also encourage the youth. Maybe give them incentives so that they can learn vocational jobs, learn handwork. Because handwork within 2 years, 3 years, you may just become, is it freedom? They do freedom for you. So, thank you very much, Bishop, for that you said.
Last week, I drove to my brother to Bogwe. I met a certain girl. Job wear those mini skirt and all those stuff. I just parked. Yeah, he ran to me. Okay, beautiful. I said, enter the car. I said, do you think that God is happy with this your job? She said she lost her father. I said, okay, if your father is dead, there are some fathers who does not know your father can help you.
Yes.
You see, I just am a bishop. I'm the owner of that church. I want to follow into Benin. It's in our church at Oyogi here. Now I got at Oyogi here. I said, now when I got to Benin, I said, I want to do business of oil. So I took her to a certain woman at the local market, train her to sell this oil business. When she's free, we'll start. So you're free, I would see what I can do. I'll give you money to start.
Yes.
Because this my colleague advised me don't send any money on air again because of security.
Yes, I know.
Then that's how you can start. She's there. And now discovered that that girl is a dangerous stylist. She have a natural talent. When I saw her making some people, I said, mercy. I said, Daddy, I'm just blessed with it. I didn't learn it. It just
what is that? I didn't hear that clearly.
And I said,
singing or what?
No,
to make
okay. Hair stylist.
Yeah. And I said, you can't make it. I said, Daddy, this is just a natural talent. I didn't learn it. I just see myself doing it.
Good.
Look at what want to be wasted away.
Yeah, it's not that you have discovered her. So government has a lot to do.
Oh, yesterday I told my council in my area, I said, come, councillor, you are the problem of this area. I say, why? I say, all you do is to drove a big car, carry police and pass. I say, the day you leave that your office, people will steal you. You see what I say? Because how many people have you empowered? Nobody.
As a councillor?
As a councillor, nobody.
As a government official?
I say, nobody.
You know?
Only your house have light because you have solar. If I say me, I don't have solar in my house, but I put solar light in the whole street, so that if in the night come, anybody that is coming, we can see the person. No, you did not do anything. I say, you are making these boys to be thinker to become criminal.
That's what I was
Thank you, Bishop. Okay, Dr. Roya.
That's what I was saying.
Now,
when political offices.
Now, what do you think government can really do, especially in Edo State? Because we must not abandon our topic now.
No.
Aftermath of the tribunal. Okpebholo has a lot to do.
So much.
So, regarding the youths, what should Governor Okpebholo do? A quick one. To actually take the youths out of the streets.
I think, let me align with some of the things he said. Because the immediate past governor, Godino Baseki, was one man that his media team didn't do much, because the things Obaseki did in that area, they were much. There's a skill acquisition center close to in my area there. You go there for training.
Set up by Governor Obaseki?
Yes. We have some others like that in some places. People go there for hairstylists, people go there for wedding and the rest of that. He trains people. So his media team didn't do much
to publicize
these things. I think I have somebody close to me who was a beneficiary of that system. I think Okpebholo's regime, his administration, should look into that area, because a lot of people want to do things. It's just because the platform is not there. Our youth are not lazy. Our youth are smart. They are intelligent people. See, when you talk, I travel out of the country.
Yeah. I
meet people from, they say these are Nigerians. But when you meet somebody from Edo State,
you see the difference.
You will see the difference. We are blessed by God.
Yeah.
Naturally and otherwise. We have the human capacity, we have the mental capacity. We can fit into any situation. You see, it's just a platform. If Okpebholo should just look into these things, let it remove our voice. If you want to learn wedding, they should not politicize it, because that's one thing Obaseki didn't do. He didn't politicize it. I saw people who didn't know anybody in government getting appointments in Obaseki's regime. They didn't politicize it. If you merit it, you get it. Let them throw the door open. You want to learn wedding, you want to go into fishing, you want to go into farming, government will train you and empower you. Even if they don't empower them, just train them. I think a lot of people will leave the street. Our youth need that now.
Thank you very much. Your concluding remarks, Bishop.
A
quick one.
As I said before, Paulo should work on the security, open the Edo State farming land, and give us train our village people to be guarding the forest, then we are good to go.
Thank you very much. That's the show. I hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of 60 Minutes Nigeria. We've looked at the aftermath of the tribunal, the governorship election petition tribunal. The judgment has been delivered, but what should government do after that judgment on Wednesday? My guests have been able to actually expatiate. One of my guests also talked about how he has helped. So we know that there are so many individuals out there. You may not have the opportunity to be here doing something to help humanity. Please go on. Keep it up. Help in your little corner. And government must do its constitutional duty of providing security and ensuring safety of lives and property. And also helping our youths. One of my guests said our youths are not lazy. I agree with that. Our youths are not lazy. They need to be encouraged. That's the show. Thanks for being a part. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. My name is Ego Sagbalao. Bye-bye.